Okay, so you've been here at the Birdcage Theater?
Since 1993.
1993. That is very fascinating. Since you've been here since 1993, what have you personally experienced?
Well, I've not had a personal sighting.
Okay.
A lot of people have, but I've been told by some psychics and all that I'm not tuned into them enough to actually have a sighting, but I have had a lot of experiences with them. I've been touched 2 different times, tapped on the shoulder one time here at the crap table, and where I smelled cigar smoke, and then downstairs in the basement poker room, I had my knees knocked out from under me. You know how when you was kids, you'd go up behind your friend and
Yeah, you kind of hit them back behind
hit
the
them
knees.
behind the knees, and that happened to me downstairs. And I was talking with a new employee at the time, and the owner was upstairs on the backstage doing an interview for a TV station, and I told her to stand there and listen to him. You get a lot of knowledge. And while I was telling her this, my knees were knocked out from under me, and down I went.
Oh, you actually went down?
I went down, yeah.
So that was a pretty good hit.
Yeah, it was. And she says, "What's the matter with you?" And I said, "Was somebody behind me?" She said, "No, there's nobody here."
Do you have a high turnover rate here? Do a lot of employees, people that you hire that comes and works here, do they experience something and say, you know what, that's it, I've had enough, I'm out of here?
No, most of them already know when they get here that it's going to happen. Most of the employees here have been with me 5-6 years, so I have a good.
So they're just used to the local residents.
Yeah.
Residents here. Now, back in that heyday, just to kind of refresh my memory just a little bit, exactly how many bullet holes is there in the ceiling?
There's 140 bullet holes throughout the building.
Throughout the building?
Yeah, I don't know exactly how many are just in the ceiling, but there's 140 bullet holes.
Okay, and to your
walls, floors, and ceiling. Well, at that time, when they would watch a stage performance that they really enjoyed, rather than applaud, they'd just start firing their guns in the air.
So actually what we actually saw in the movie when they were watching like Josephine on stage and she was performing, they were all happy rather than they were shooting their guns off. So they actually really did that.
They actually did that, yeah.
That is
And
wild.
however, at that time, there were no guns allowed in here. But they all brought them anyway.
Right. Oh, that's right, because White had...
It wasn't very well enforced law.
How many cowboys or gunslingers were actually killed inside this building?
There was 16 gunfights in here, and 26 men lost their lives. Yeah, that's a lot. And you hear about the OK Corral, which is the big thing that kept Tombstone alive, was the gunfight at the OK Corral, White Earp, but only 3 men died there. There were 26 of them in here.
We were just talking about this, about the OK Corral, and how they were so close together as they were firing, but
10 feet.
Wyatt never got shot,
10 to 15 feet. Well, most of them had black powder pistols.
Oh.
And they made a lot of smoke. So when the first rounds went off, they were clouded with smoke, and everybody started moving, so they're just shooting random. It was over 30 shots fired, and only 3 cowboys died, and Morgan was wounded. And Doc Holliday was hitting his gun scabbard, and Virgil was shot in the leg.
What is some of the stories that that you've heard from past employees of what they have experienced here?
Oh, they've all had experiences.
They've all had experiences. When you do the ghost tours, do you get a lot of feedback from the people that come through here that they've seen something or they've heard something?
Pictures. They always send us pictures.
Are they?
We have lots of pictures of spirits or ghosts that they've captured inside the building.
That is very fascinating. Very fascinating.
In fact, I have one outside behind the bar. I'll show you. It was a lady in white that's been seen so many times. Going down the backstage stairs, and that's the same place that Jason and Grant saw her go down the stairs.
Because like I said, I love Tombstone. I love the idea of the Birdcage Theater. I love White and Doc Holliday. Just that era. I'm just so fascinated with it. And when I watched that episode, I'm like, why didn't you guys have a camera there, to actually capture her?
They had cameras everywhere except on that staircase.
Right.
And ever since then, everybody that's come here in groups like yourself, everybody makes sure they have camera on that staircase now.
Yeah, because that would be absolutely, that's like the holy grail of paranormal investigating is actually to capture that.
That was their first holy grail. They were totally excited.
Totally excited. Oh yeah. Well, I can tell you right now, every single one of us here today is excited. about coming in here.
Well, there are times where absolutely nothing goes on.
But that's, you have to take
But
that.
you know, more times than not, something does happen.
Yeah. Well, normally, out of everything that I've read and that I've seen about the Birdcage Theater, there's always something. Something has always happened. It's always the least expected. I think I saw in pieces that was put out on the Birdcage Theater was a gentleman who was doing a tour, touring the building, and there was one of those, I don't remember what, it was like a gold piece or something, a coin that was left on the table. Normally these were they're locked in a safe, and it was really strange that was sitting there. And I think he said he brought it to the owner's attention, and it's like, how did this coin actually get there? Because they're locked up.
That was the owner. That coin was found on the poker table.
On the poker table.
In the poker room downstairs. That's the poker game that played for 8 years, 5 months and 3 days nonstop. That's the longest played poker game in the West. It changed players, but the game itself never stopped.
Never stopped. Now, when the Birdcage opened in 1881 and had its run, at the time it opened, was it still used as a house of prostitution?
Yes, it was. The Birdcage was a gambling casino, dance hall, theater, saloon, and a house of ill fame, all rolled into one. It's what I refer to as the 1881 Walmart, with one-stop shopping right here. Another catchy phrase that I've come up with was the public that comes in, and a lot of times they get undecided whether they're going to go in the museum or not. And I'll tell them, if you miss the Birdcage Theater, you miss Tombstone. It'll be the same as going to the Grand Canyon and not looking down.
Exactly.